What's up, guys? Welcome back to another day with your boy Ty. Today we're going to be covering the last 2 weeks of my workouts. Still not quite set up with a new recording setup. Still got a little bit of hum in the background. Can't really eliminate that. In my next video, I should be recording in a different location, and that will be able to hopefully reduce any of this background noise that I have or will be getting in the future. With that, I'm going to be kind of changing locations on where I'm at. I'm moving into a new apartment, so that's exciting. This last 2 weeks, I've been incorporating a little bit more cardio and also decreasing my calories a little bit more than I have been. I'm going to be going on vacation starting this Sunday for a week, and I'm going to have no access to weights. I'm not going to really be able to cook my own meals. It's going to be eating out a lot. So I wanted to take these last 2 weeks pretty seriously so that I could make up for whatever kind of offset I'm going to have in this week from being on vacation. So what I did was, usually I only have been doing 3 days a week of cardio where I burn about 300 calories on the treadmill for 30 minutes. This last 2 weeks, I did 4 days of cardio each week. Actually, this week I did 5 days of cardio. And then I've been doing all 4 of my workouts and not missing out on any of them. So I haven't been skipping and doing 3 workouts. One of the main reasons why I was able to do this was because I haven't had 2 leg days in a week since 3 weeks ago. What that allows me to do is, if I don't have 2 leg days in a week, usually that's the one that beats me up the most. And if I'm not too tired, I can do 2 chest exercise or 2 chest days in a week, and I can do 2 back days in a week. But 2 leg days in a week, especially on this deficit where I'm going to pretty much failure and kind of maxing out on squats and deadlifts and all those things, and it beats me up if I have to do that on Monday and on Friday. And just having these last 2 weeks where the way that my program worked out, I only had those leg days 1 time a week. I was able to get all 4 workouts in pretty much no problem. Also, my sleep's been good. Everything's been good. My strength has still pretty much continued to go up. Actually, this week I had a couple of lifts not go up, which was the first time in a long time that that's happened. My dumbbell seated shoulder press, that chest day was just bad. So my incline bench press of 185, I got the exact same amount of repetitions as last time, which is okay. I'm kind of topping out around 185 for a total of 15 repetitions over 3 sets, and it's going to be challenging to increase that without having a bit of calories. So on this deficit, I'm just kind of hoping that I'm going to maintain that, and then right afterwards, last time I was able to do 75-pound dumbbells for 5, 4, and then 3 after my incline press. But this time I was only able to do 75-pound dumbbells for 4, 4, and 4, which is okay, but I'd rather have that one set where I could do 5. And all 3 of those sets, I was really squeaking out that last repetition. Wasn't very clean. My other sets last 2 weeks were pretty clean, so went down a little bit. I guess didn't really go down too much. I just stayed around the same. On these deadlifts right here, this was a new PR for me, especially at this gym. So I hit 365 for 6 with the straight bar on a bad platform, and then 295 for 12. And at my other gym, when I had a deadlift bar, the one that's got a little bit more give in the middle of it, I was doing 365 for 6 before I moved over to this other gym. And then I moved over to this other gym, and I don't really like any of the bars, and I don't like the platform. And I was at 325 pounds when I started for 6, and I've progressed from 325 for 6 all the way up to 365 for 6. So it's good progress on that. And I've been in a deficit basically that whole time, so pretty happy about those results. And then what else happened? I've just been having kind of a crazy week with still trying to get my house sorted out, trying to deal with all this insurance stuff, figuring out how I'm going to record, if I'm going to record. Also, my dad needed my camera to record a couple of videos for his work, so I missed out on recording 2 of my days of workouts this week, which doesn't really bother me too much, but I don't like missing my days of recording. To me, it just kind of feels like I'm supposed to be doing this at this point in time, and it doesn't really feel like extra. So when I didn't have that recording duty, I was kind of not necessarily out of it, but it just didn't feel quite right. So this was another PR for me on my one arm rows here. I did 120-pound dumbbells for 6, probably a little too heavy. My form's really not too bad. I'm not compensating a ton. I'm probably using a little bit of momentum and a little help from my legs, but my strength on that has continued to go up with relatively the same quality of form, so I'm pretty happy with how that went. Same thing with on my pull-ups. Went up 5 pounds. I'm actually surprised with how much my strength has continued to increase, even though I'm in a deficit. When I started my cut, I was around 198, 199, and right now I'm around 190 to 191. I've dropped a decent portion of body fat because my weight belt in particular is 1 notch lower than it was when I first started, and it's a lot easier to get to that 1 lower notch. It used to be tight, 1 notch up, so making some progress around my midsection. I'm starting to notice the fat loss in my hands and feet too. My fingers and my toes feel really thin. My face is starting to feel pretty thin. So the abdominal region is going to be kind of the next place to start losing some fat, which I'm excited about. Hopefully when I get back from this trip and then I get back on track, I've got 9 weeks until my show. I'll be pretty dialed in. I'll also be in a place where I can do all my own cooking and get my meal prep back on. I've been eating kind of more packaged food and easy foods to make because I don't quite have the same access to a kitchen where I'm at, and I don't have all of my scale and little tubs to put all my food in for the week. So everything's getting sorted out here. I'm hoping in these last 9 weeks when I get back from my show, everything's going to be dialed in. I should be getting my videos in one by one, and looking forward to performing at my best. Thanks for watching. Tyson Winder signing out.